Well, go. We're waiting for you. Okay.
안전홍주는 이제 발사 종합센터에 가야 되기 때문에 빨리 접수하라 주십시오. In this cabinet, we control all the fuel supply to the launching vehicle.
발사 매약 조정실입니다.
그리고 위성이 각종 상태들을 지상에 전송하기 위한 원격 측정 안테나들이 배치되어 있습니다.
And there is also remote antennas which will be used to communicate with Earth stations.
Joining us now, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Susan Rice. Good morning, Madam Ambassador.
Good morning, Harry.
Please, let's help me understand. Yesterday, the UN Security Council met a good portion of the day. We're hearing now that the Russians want restraint, the Chinese want restraint. What does the United States want?
The United States wants a clear and strong response, Harry, to what was clearly a missile launch that was in violation of international law. Yesterday was just the beginning of the discussions in the Security Council. Countries came in and presented their views, and there was a high degree of consensus that this is a development of grave concern that threatens peace and security in the region and beyond. Now, what has happened is we have then gone into smaller private consultations with key partners on the Security Council. We're presenting our respective positions on what form Security Council action ought to take, what the substance ought to be. These consultations will continue over a period of a few days, Harry, but I think that while everybody staked out their opening position, there is a common understanding that this action, development demands serious Security Council action.
Because the President's words were very clear, unequivocal. Rules must be binding. Violations must be punished. That's punished. That's not acquiesced to in some way. That's punished. What do you really want out of this?
Well, the United States view, as I said, is that a clear and strong response is important and required in this instance. We think the most appropriate response would be a United Nations Security Council resolution that would be binding under international law. We're talking to others about their perspective. But obviously, whether through the Security Council or through other means, we think it's important to send a strong message to North Korea that it can't act with impunity and that indeed it needs to come back to the table. And we need to push forward in our shared efforts to achieve a Korean peninsula without nuclear weapons.
Let me ask you this, because the North Koreans said quite clearly, this is what we're going to do. The pictures, the satellite pictures were very clear. This rocket's being fueled. They said this is the direction it's going to go. Experts who have analyzed it said it probably didn't achieve any of its aims. Was this really just a goofy stunt by the North Koreans to get the United States' attention?
I'm afraid, Harry, it wasn't a goofy stunt. It was something serious, and we need to take it seriously. But clearly, from the information we have available to us at this point, we see no evidence that they launched a satellite in orbit, as they've claimed. And so we have to assume that this was a setback for what the North Koreans were trying to achieve, but a serious development nonetheless, and one that we and others take very seriously.
Madam Ambassador, we thank you so much for your time this morning. Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.